Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, something new here today. It's funny, this channel, for me, um, it's come a long way in the past almost 5 years now. But in a lot of ways, doing things the same way. I've been, it's pretty, I don't have any music. I don't have anything flashy on here. Those that do, I still, enjoy their reviews, but um, that's something I've tried to kind of stay true to for myself is doing things the way I've always done them. But something new today is you are watching this review. I've got my phone up on a tripod right now. It might not sound like a big deal, but my sister and brother-in-law, they when my wife and I and our kids we got back from Idaho this past week. Um, there was a box here from my sister and brother-in-law, and it was a tripod for my for me to do my reviews on, guys, with a little note um, right here. I'll read that to you in a second. But I've been, for those of you who don't know, I've been propping my phone up on cans of pork and beans and all kinds of stuff for the past almost 5 years now. So it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm uh, finally coming up in the world a little bit. And the note here from my sister and brother-in-law says, "No more pork and beans from Mash and Derek." So thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support. Really cool thing, between they've always had my back. My family, my friends have always had my back on this channel, and it really means a lot to me. And all you guys watching out there, thank you so much for all your support as well. On that note, for anybody that was interested in these hats, Working Man's Whiskey hats, here you go. They're on their way. They've been ordered. They're on their way. It's like a 2-week turnaround time, so they should be here before too long. But I just wanted to give you an update. So, with that being said, guys, something I've been wanting to do is I've been wanting to um, I've been wanting to kind of get back to basics, get back to the roots uh, of my reviews here. Started this channel to talk about some of the uh, good deals you can find on whiskey. I mean, there are so many great whiskeys out there that you can pay a little bit more money for, which I review a bit on here now. But I started this channel to talk about the ones that that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg for to enjoy. Good buys, good quality buys. And for the next several reviews, maybe the next 4, 5, 6 reviews. I don't know if I'll do them all consecutively, but I've got several true working man's whiskeys. We're going to review a few bourbons. We're going to review a blended scotch that fits that bill. We're going to review a brandy that fits that bill. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's something I've been wanting to do. I'll keep on reviewing the ones that I really enjoy that cost a little bit more, but I just want to kind of get back to the whole reason this channel started to tell you guys about these whiskeys that kind of fly under the radar that are pretty darn good for the price. The money's not always there. I understand that. Same with me. So at times you're kind of looking to see what you can get that isn't going to kill the bank account, but you're still going to enjoy it. So today we're going to start off by talking about this one right here. This is called Point Rider. And last week when my wife and I were on our way to Idaho, we start in California, drive through Nevada, then Oregon, and then Idaho. But when we were going through Nevada, the last stop past Winnemucca, the last stop you can really stop at before you're just driving hours and hours through the desert is this it's like a gas station slash convenience store, I guess you could say. But they have they have a pretty good selection of whiskey in there. And one of them that I saw, this one right here, called Point Rider. This bottle, it's a 750 milliliter bottle, your standard, regular sized bottle of whiskey, $7.99. And it was the last one on the shelf, and I took it as a sign. I really did, because it's like, you know what, I've been wanting to get back to reviewing some bargain whiskeys, and this is the last one there, $7.99. It's like it was meant to be. So I picked it up, read the label here, saw that it says info at Sazerac.com. So it's a Sazerac owned whiskey. When I was doing a little bit of research, some people seem to think it was Buffalo Trace. I mean, Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace, but I don't know if this one is directly owned by Buffalo Trace or by the parent company Sazerac. So anyway, I was very surprised, being that I hadn't heard of this one. So and it says bottled by the Clear Springs Distilling Company in Louisville, Kentucky. So and it's an 80 proofer. I don't review too many 80 proofers anymore, guys, just because my personal palate, I like a little bit higher proof. I just feel like there's more character when the proofing's a little bit higher for the most part. So but 80 proof. Says barrel matured sour mash, and 36 months old. This one is 36 months old, and I'll read you about kind of a cool label here. You guys know I like the old West and cowboy stuff, so saw that label, and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. So I read the side here, and it says cattle drives are tough and filled with hardships like bad weather, dangerous river crossings, sudden stampedes, saddle sores, broken bones, snake bites, and long hours. To ensure the success of a cattle drive, only the most experienced are honored with the position point rider. The point rider rides near the front of the herd and is able to read the cattle, using his horse to push them to control their speed and direction, avoiding potential disasters and getting the herd to its final destination safely and on time. Smooth but bold, Point Rider Bourbon honors the skillfulness and tenacity of these natural leaders. So, pretty cool bottle here. I like the homage it pays to the Point Riders. Pretty cool stuff. So let's check it out for $7.99, guys. This is looking forward to this one. I really am. So in the glass, it's pretty light. Put it up to the camera there. It's pretty light. It's I don't know what I'd call that. A light copper, almost a gold type color. I'd call it gold. Fairly light. 36 months old, 3 years old. But don't always judge a whiskey by its age, guys. So take a nose. So on the nose here, I'm not gonna lie, I like this nose. I really enjoy this nose. It's a light nose, but it doesn't burn. My wife isn't really, she likes mixed whiskey drinks when I make them, but some whiskeys kind of burn her up a little bit when I have her smell them. She's like, oh my God. This one, I put it up to her nose and she goes, hey, that's not bad. And I totally agree. It's a light nose. Got a nuttiness for sure in there. Definitely some honey. Some vanilla. And I get some fruit as well. Some more on the citrus side of fruit note. I'm going to say like lemon peel. And a little bit of a floral type note to it as well. So guys, that's a lot. That's actually a lot of things I'm getting in this cheap $8 bottle of whiskey. That nuttiness, that honey, vanilla, the floral note in there, that fruit note, that citrus note. Good stuff. For $8, the nose alone, I was pleasantly surprised. So let's take a sip. And on the palate, it's got a lot of those same notes, that nuttiness, the uh, vanilla, the honey. I'm getting more spice. The one thing I will say, and I'm not taking away from it too much on this because it doesn't ruin it for me. With that youthfulness, that 36-month-old age to it, you do get some of that young corn. It's a young corn sweetness that there's just a little tiny bit. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but there's a little bit of a bitterness toward the end of it, uh, toward the finish. There's just a little bitterness, but not bad. It just lets me know that it's almost like kind of that green tree bark type thing to it. If you guys kind of get what I mean by that, that's kind of the best way I know to describe it. But it's just it's very you can tell it's young. It's a little bit green, but that's all I can really say. That's to take away from this. Everything else I'm really enjoying. I would I would probably use this more as a mixer, to be honest. But if I was, say, out of my other whiskey, I would have no problem drinking this neat. This is a whiskey that you can drink neat, and it's not gonna. Oh, it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's pretty darn good, and at $8 a bottle, it's very good. I'm very surprised. I know that Buffalo Trace has Benchmark. Benchmark is another one right around that same price range. That is, it'll surprise you for that price. It's very good. So yeah, this one I'm gonna take another sip, but this one for $8, this is a killer buy. I can see why this was the last bottle on the shelf. Every other whiskey there, you're talking they probably had at least 8 to 12 bottles of every other whiskey, and this one was the last one. So very, very good. Mm. Yeah, that nuttiness. Again, it kind of reminds me, that little bit of a nuttiness reminds me a little bit of Jim Beam, just like Jim Beam White Label. Um, a little bit like I mean, it's same juice from Jim Beam, I believe, but just a little bit younger. I think it's actually 3 years old too. But Old Crow kind of reminds me of Old Crow in a way. But it's got a lot of really pleasant things going for it. It's lighter than what I usually drink, as I said, but very good nonetheless. So take one more sip, and then I'm gonna give it a score. Mm. And as I said, for $8, um, you know, taste a little bit of that youthfulness, but other than that, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I would drink this neat the way I drink Old Crow or Jim Beam. When that's the only thing around. I mean, shoot, with all the craziness, all the crazy weather we've been having in the states, um, not everybody can get out to the store. If you were stuck in the house with a bottle of this in your house, you'd be in okay shape. You'd be in okay shape. This is just a very simple bourbon, but a very good bourbon. And I feel like it hits all the things you need that you're looking for in a whiskey. I mean, its price is very reasonable. It mixes well. Um, you can drink it straight in a pinch. Um, but it's good whiskey. It's not bad at all. And I'm really enjoying this. And for $8, I'm the one having the last laugh. So if you see Point Rider, guys, check it out. And I'm gonna give this one for the price and how I was surprised with it. How much I was surprised. I'm gonna give this one an 82 out of 100. Um, Again, it's not gonna knock your socks off. You're not gonna be like, oh my god, this is amazing. But for what it is, it's good whiskey, good bourbon. So check out Point Rider, guys. It's one that I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with. So that's it for now. Thank you again, Ash and Derek, for for the hat and getting this whole thing started, and for the tripod. I feel like I'm coming up in the world. So And thank you for to everybody else for all the support. It really means a lot to me, and I'm really excited for the future of this channel. And let's keep it going, guys. That's it for now. And until next time, cheers.